As the seasons change, I like recipes that are a bit more filling. For me, nothing says homey more than a warm, bubbling dish of chicken pot pie. I still love the warmer weather, so with 1 foot in and 1 foot out, I've decided to whip up my new favorite obsession, creamy jerk chicken pot pie. I'm gonna start by making up this dough that you're gonna absolutely like fall in love with because it's got all the butter and all the cream cheese. All right, so I'm gonna add 4 cups of flour right into the bottom of the mixer. I just find that the mixer makes it a little bit easier. We're gonna do a little pinch of kosher salt right in there just to make sure it tastes really good. And then here's the fun stuff, right? So let's add in all this butter that's nice and cold. And then I've got some cream cheese hanging out as well. We gotta add some liquid to this, and so we do that by adding in ice cold water. So it's about a cup. It just depends on what's happening with the humidity. So I'm gonna do like a 1/4 cup at a time until we get the perfect consistency. All right, you can hear the mixer working overtime. That's how you know we are there. So here's what I wanna do, right? I'm just gonna knead it just for a second, and then I wanna put it in the fridge. That way I have a little bit of an insurance policy that the dough is nice and cold. So I'm gonna divide it into 2. And if I break it open, look at that. You can see little flecks of butter in there. That's gonna be really good. And I'm gonna wrap these up and get them off into the fridge just to chill. All right, so while the dough is relaxing, here's what I wanna do. I wanna get started on this amazing jerk chicken. It's really simple to do, so you don't have to really stress out about it. So in a bowl, I've got some chicken thighs that are boneless and skinless, right? Which is really good to work with. Give it a little bit of olive oil, all right? I'm gonna get in here and really get the seasoning incorporated. So on the stove, I got a grill pan. It's getting nice and hot. I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil on the grill pan, and then I'm gonna drop that chicken right on there. So while the jerk chicken is grilling up, let's work on the filling. So I've got a big Dutch oven, and I've got a bunch of good stuff that really makes any pot pie taste really well. So I've got a bunch of chopped fennel and red onion that's gonna go down in here. All right, I've also got a bunch of leeks that I went ahead and just drained off in a little bit of water because I wanted to make sure that all the dirt stays in the bottom of the bowl and not in my pot pie. And I've got a bunch of bell peppers that are already chopped up. Give it a big stir. And I'm gonna get it seasoned up a little bit with just a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, so the jerk chicken has now grilled up to a perfect golden brown perfection. I'm just gonna get it off the grill and put it on a plate to rest up. Also, check me out, our vegetables look really good. So I've got a little bit of garlic, and I'm gonna add the garlic in toward the end of this situation, just because I don't want the garlic to burn and get bitter. So a couple of cloves of garlic. And then here is the creamy part to our pot pie. I've got some heavy cream, right? And I wanna pick up all those amazing flavors that are on the bottom of this pot pie. I've got a bunch of stuff to make this taste really good, all right? So let's start with a little bit of garlic powder just to sort of bump up and accentuate that garlic flavor that we've already got going on. Now this is the secret. It's a little bit of Jamaican curry powder, just a pinch, and you're good to go. I would be remiss in my duties for all of my West Indian friends if there was no ground thyme. Got a little bit of dried chives. You know how I do it, a little bit of ground fennel. We need a little heat, so a little pinch of red pepper flake for personality. And then the last thing I'm gonna put in is just a little bit of chicken bouillon, just like that. I wanna make sure this has a chance to thicken real nice. I've got some cornstarch. I'm gonna drop some cold water in here and just give that a mix. This is called a cornstarch slurry. We'll drop in a little bit of slurry, just like that, and we'll give it a stir. And look at that, immediately thickens to the right consistency. This is what we want. So here's our jerk chicken thighs that are nice and grilled up, and we're gonna dump it into this filling. We'll give that a good stir to combine, and then we'll finish our filling with a little bit of peas and frozen carrots, all right? Now there's your pot pie filling. Remember those pie crusts? Well, it's time to break them out, all right? And you kind of want to make sure you flour everything because you really don't want this to stick. And then we're just gonna roll it out. All right, and the key here is as you roll, keep moving it around. That way you ensure that nothing sort of sticks. I've got a casserole dish that I just want to lay this in the bottom of it. And then I want to lay this filling right in here. Doesn't that look amazing? All right, let's work on the top crust. So a little bit more flour goes down. And I'm gonna do the same thing I just did. I'm gonna roll out the second piece of dough. So I'm just gonna lay in these strips of dough. That's gonna be good. My oven's preheated 350 degrees. I'm gonna drop this in until the nice top of this is golden brown and nice and bubbly. All right, so this goes in. Just wait until it comes out. All right, so the pot pie has been in the oven cooking up. It smells absolutely amazing. I just think we should add a level of freshness, right? On top of the pot pie. My fresh herb of choice happens to be cilantro. My whole house smells downright fantastic, and this pot pie, I gotta tell you, looks amazing. Would you look at that? Look at that with the jerk chicken, the peppers, the onions. What would you like for me to say? The crust is super flaky, the sauce is creamy, there's a little bit of that heat floating around in the background. You have to give this a try. You know where the recipe is gonna be. It's DariusCook.tv. Two things I gotta tell you as I always do, y'all. Food is my life. Life is my food. With recipes as delicious as this, I gotta wish you a happy cooking. From my heart to yours. Bye, y'all.